What's happening, party people? What's happening? This is your host with the most, Mr. Ron.
And this is the G-Man of hip-hop, the historian, the Professor X.
Oh my God. And
today we'll be talking...
Now you're an X-Man, you're Professor X.
No, I was referring to X-Man, Professor X, you know? So, right now we're going to be on Way Back When blog, 40 years of hip-hop with 1,000 songs. And today we'll be reviewing the old Kanye West.
I used to love Kanye.
So, Jesus Walks. So, y'all ready for this?
Drop it!
Let's go. Yes, we're reviewing Jesus Walk from Kanye West, the old Kanye. So we're going to start with Originality. What do you think about that song?
Again. So today, I'm in a position where I have to give big marks, and I don't like it. Especially because the current artist that we're reviewing, unfortunately, party people, he doesn't have the same impact anymore. However, Jesus Walks, I give it a 5.
Me too, I give it a 5 for originality. Talking about originality, what a bombshell within the musical industry and community to a pop song endorsing Christianity like this. That was like the first, you know? So.
Yeah. I think it was the first. Again, like I didn't do any research to find out how many Christian songs got really popular. But one thing that I really want to underline is the fact that yes, this song went pop. You know, like he played on the radio. He was on, rotation on a lot
everywhere.
Everywhere. But it was a good song. It was just a solid song. And again, that song from one of the best albums out there, The College Dropout, that peaked at 11 on the Billboard 100.
That album was only creativity at its peak. You know, the old Kanye, like we say, that's when he had the pre-Kardashian Kanye.
Now Kanye's ass is whooped.
Yes, I agree, he's whipped. So we all been through this. When you find your ultimate one, views change, everything changed. Now
you just tone it down.
Now we have the angry Kanye. You know, so it's not the same. So as far as originality, it gets 2 thumbs up from us. 5. So let's go with delivery, flow, lyrics.
So you know what? I will go by saying there's no 4.5, and again I felt cheap giving it a 4.5. It's because I'm stingy with my money, with my pepperones. I'm stingy. I'm not gonna give out 5s like certain people.
No, I give him a 4.5 too. Why? Because yes, it was dope, but he didn't write it by himself. He had help from Relevance. You know.
Oh, you know what? I had no idea.
By Relevance. Yeah, Relevance was a fellow Chicago guy.
Oh.
So Relevance, just to say clear, he was a battle rapper, and he started battling Eminem, at ciphers. And
I know Relevance. I've heard his stuff, super talented, and he's another one of those underground rappers that no one knows. However, I had no idea that he co-wrote Jesus. So he's getting paid. I hope he's getting paid.
I hope too. He also wrote New Slaves. He co-written New Slaves by Kanye, So that's another subject. We're going to talk about Relevance. One of his songs will probably be made to 40 years of hip-hop, 1,000 songs.
For sure.
So now let's focus on the track. Go ahead.
But one more thing that I want to say about the delivery, the lyrics, and the flow is lyrically, I love the fact that he implies that Jesus walks with you no matter who you are. Okay?
Yeah, but it's like the famous quote about Christianity, faith. It's like you see footprints, and there's a quote that says something like, when I walk, I was always in trouble and everything. And then somebody's asking God, why weren't you there? And God says, don't you see there was only one set of footprints? I was carrying you. carrying you the whole time. So it makes reference to that. So it says that Jesus is with you, whatever you're a thug, you're a gangster, you're an addict, you know, whatever. He doesn't discriminate with the song, and that's why he's talking about. That's why it crossed boundaries.
It did.
It's like
a little, frankly, again, and I'm gonna sound like a hater. It's a little pro-Christian. Again, personally, I believe in spirituality. I'm not a big fan of religion for the only reason I find that it divides us men more than unites us.
That's
you
true.
know?
That's true.
That's the only bad thing I could say about that.
Me too. I'm not pro-religion. I'm not praising religion. I'm just stating it was great. You have to believe in something, you know. So I'm more a spiritual person, you know. There was a time I agree with the 5% nation, you know. I'm a 5%er at heart, but I don't follow the doctrine, you know, and everything. So
another thing that I really must underline is just like how Kanye just flips it lyrically on this one, right? And to me, I find like the essence of the song is in the last verse when he goes, but if I talk about God on my record won't get played on, well, if this takes away from my spins, which will take away from my ends, then I hope it takes away from my sins.
That's a
which
big
is
statement. That's a big statement. Taking away from my sins, so that's good. He acknowledged that he wasn't perfect in life. You know?
Well, no one is.
Everybody,
we're human. We're sinners.
Yeah, but a lot of him as human being don't agree and don't acknowledge this. That's a problem. And me, like the part that I quoted the most, like when he says, "Now hear ye, want to see the real clearly. I know that he hear me, but when my feet gets weary, cause we're the almost extinct. We rappers is the role models. We rap, we don't think." That's a big statement.
Yeah,
like as a point of view, as a rapper, to say that we role models, we don't even notice this, even if we don't want to be a role model. By default, we are, and we just rap. We don't think about the consequence sometimes, you know. So the impact of our lyrics could have on youngins, young bloods that are influence
by what we say and do,
how we act. You know, it's a big thing. So
what about production?
4.5.
Me to it. So we're status quo on that. 4.5 for both. We good. Production.
Production. I was hard 4.5.
Oh, okay.
Because Kanye has some crafted, some beats that could have been a 5, but this one 4.5. It was missing a little thing to be perfected.
I gave it a 4. But before I get into this, you know, we all know that Kanye was a producer before.
Fire of rapping.
So, do you think Kanye is a better producer than Rhymer? First of all, party people at home, in the comments right below, comment on this. You know, we want to hear what you have to say about that. But I think that Kanye was just a better producer than a rapper.
Oh yeah, you should have stick to producing. As far as rapping, he's okay. He's great. You know, he has his point of view and everything, but his personal life struggles, his bipolarity. Now at least he says he knows he's bipolar, but all of these are like conflictual. So his music's not the same as prior before. That's why the latest album, like
I said, post Kardashian Kanye is something else.
Like the latest albums, the last albums, the production is amazing. He comes out with some original beats. He fuses some element. Let him with his world. It's still a great producer. He's one of the greatest. He brought hip hop to another level, production-wise.
I agree, but
like how many producers had the chance to produce 4 or 5 albums that came out at the same time?
Yeah.
It was like the Kanye month.
Yeah, it's true.
Pusha T came out in 2018.
Yeah.
What was the guy? I forgot his name.
Kids. What's his name again? Day and Night.
Kid Cudi. There was this R&B girl.
Nas
and Pusha T and Kanye had his crazy album that came out.
He had his hand. He was dabbling in all of that, and that Nas album that was dope. that Nas album, and the production was tight.
Pusha T too. Pusha T had some chorus lyrics, but that's another subject.
Yeah, that's because we will get into Pusha T at a certain point. One thing that I feel about the production, there's really like a contrast with the lyrics. You have like a very military drum, you know, like a choir background, kind of like backing up this whole thing, and it was really impressive. And when I found that, I thought it was Kanye West with another person that produced it, but it's all Kanye.
But that's the different perspective of his mind, you know, creative. And that song, the military, that was like aggressive. It's like to take your attention. That's what I think. The humming, dum dum dum, and the chanting, ooh, all these things were the blend, you know. And the legendary Mini Benari, the violinist, that girl is simply magical. You know, the violin was an instrument that I love. But the way you see a beautiful woman like this playing violin is strictly amazing. And she fused it with hip-hop. That was impressive. She started with Wyclef. He's the one that discovered her.
Okay. But again, like, people have been fusing classical music with hip-hop for a long time. I think Flip Mode Squad as an album.
Yes, they did. The first, the Imperial, the first album. But we'll talk about that later. You know, so for production, 4 out of 5, 4.5. I give it.
I give it a 4. Relevance and longevity. So as for me, when I was doing my research, I came up that Luper Fiasco did his own version using exactly the same instrumental track. Now, I didn't get a chance to check it out.
I missed it also. I heard about it, but I missed that song, you know, so I get to review it. And also,
just like a little side note, I find that even in right now in 2019, the song is still relevant. Okay, of course, it kind of like dying down because now we're in the trap era. But it still stands, so that's why I give it a 3.5.
For relevance?
For relevance and longevity.
Oh, I went with a 5. Why? The song. Hey, Grammy for Best Rap Song. Number 19 of the Rolling Stone 100 Best Songs of the 2000. Number 273 of the Greatest Songs of All Time. The song had 3 separate music videos.
Out of 5s, man. You are gonna run out of 5s.
It's one of the rare songs that had to have 3 separate music videos to portray the multifaceted context of the song in different ways. All 3 videos had like.
But 5 though.
That's the relevance. That's what we call about relevance. You know, you have like 3.
Mr. G. G stands for generous. That's right. We got it. We figured it out. We figured it out. Mr. G. The G is for generosity. That's it.
No. G is for God status.
So impact.
Impact. I went with another 5. Bow. Countless ministries.
What the hell is wrong with this guy?
You know, why?
5.
The impact. Countless ministries began to embrace hip-hop as a way to convince people to come to church, started believing again. They incorporate the musical genre in gospel services now. That's a big impact.
It is.
How many years the gospel has been trying to bring people back to church? The youngins.
I don't know, man.
You know, so
I don't care much about song. I don't care much about church.
And it's one of the real songs to be held internationally in such a big context. That's why the impact was like Buster would say, powerful impact.
Boom. So
and
for impact,
I give it a
4. I give it a 4.
Okay, you know, I thought you had done worse.
No. I give it a 4. First of all, I'm stingy. I like to keep my points. You know, I'm not gonna start like handing out 5s. You know, like I'm some type of like cash millionaire or something, you know?
Hustler.
So nah, I give it a 4. Impactful song, yes. Will stand time, definitely.
For sure.
But not a 5.
Even after the end of the world, this is a song that'll be able to get faded to people if there's a Margadian that comes by. So
aliens are gonna come to it.
I give it 23.5 out of 25 for a total of 94%.
What?
What did you come up to?
21 on 25 for a total of 24. For a total of 84%.
It's not Ronnie Ron, it's Stingy Ron. Give credit give props where props is due. Credit is due. That's what I believe.
No, I think again, like I think that my rating is fair, not too generous, a little stingy, yes, because you know what? I miss the old Kanye.
To me, why you say that I'm generous so far?
Kardashian Kanye.
That's our 6th episode. You know, our 6th review, and so far, the songs that we review where I was generous because I respected the craft, the art. Don't worry, you'll see. There's some songs. I know some of his choices. You're gonna see that I'm generous.
We'll see about that.
We'll see about
You're gonna start giving 5s to whack artists out there.
So everybody, we want to thank everybody. Thanks for watching.
That's right. We're grateful, and also watch for our next release coming out real soon.
Give our video a thumbs up, and better yet, share it with your friends.
Guys, subscribe if you don't want to miss any of our videos, and tell us what would you like for us to review in the comments down below. This is Mr. Ron
and G, the God status, the generous guy,
saying love, peace, and happiness.
We out.
To the next episode.